So I've been telling y'all that I don't believe there's going to be a 2024 election or selection for this year, simply because I believe there's going to be a World War III. Maybe not so much at the scope where it's going to be nuclear weapons involved, but nevertheless, it's going to be a World War III, and America is going to be a part of it. You see, you got to understand something, family. Everything in this world, everything, and I mean everything that happens in this world is scripted. Okay, but the Most High is actually behind everything. So even with this so-called attack on Israel from Iran, right? Remember the over 200 something missiles and drones and whatever shit they sent that way. This shit was orchestrated because they gave them ample time to prepare for it. Like, for example, if you're going to attack a country, you're not going to tell them when you're going to attack. It's going to be a surprise attack. But the Iranians, they actually gave them enough time, you know what I'm saying, to evacuate their people so they don't be any casualty. And they pretty much have their defense ready. Like the what it's called, the Iron Dome, and America had the aircraft carrier out there, you know what I'm saying, waiting in case of any kind of threat. So, at the end of the day, family, to me, just a war game thing going on, right? Now, why am I saying, or I keep saying that there won't be a 2024 election? First and foremost, they do not want Trump back in office. Trump is bad for business. He's actually bad for his own damn business, right? So they don't want him back in the White House because he have alienated a lot of countries when he was in the White House as a commander-in-chief. So they don't want him back there. So what they'll do is they're going to try everything in their power to try to stop him. First, they came up with all these criminal charges. Not saying he didn't commit the shit, because he surely did. So they try to stop him that way. But instead of his popularity getting weakened, it's getting more stronger, right? At least for the Trumpettes. Because, many people support him. Many people that actually supporting Trump are actually under a cult type mindset. They're not really supporting the party. They're supporting the party leader or the party, I guess in this case, you would say the nominee, right? So for me, family, I see the writing on the wall. It's going to be a World War III. Because as I've said in, past videos, during a crisis, right? During a crisis such as a war, you cannot remove a sitting president. This is why Netanyahu asshole is still in power, because what he does is he's a warmonger, right? What he's doing is pretty much agitating certain countries, like, for example, Iran. Because you remember, they struck first. They struck first. They actually struck one of their bases, I believe, in Syria, and killed two of their top generals. And then Iran, they retaliated, not in a way where it can, cause an all-out war, but enough where they can let the Israelis, I hate calling that damn name, the Israelis know that they have the military might and capability if they want to touch him. So as I said before earlier in the video, they gave them heads up. So, of course, if according to them, 99% of the missiles were shot down, and that's a goddamn lie. It was actually a lot actually touched their target. They lied, right? But again, they was able to shoot these missiles down because Iran gave them a warning. He didn't want casualty for let's say Israel to say, well, see, Iran attacked Israeli's citizen, and we have to retaliate. So now let's see what Netanyahu asshole is going to do as far as retaliation goes. Because he can't really retaliate in a way to let's say, try to wipe out Iraqi citizens, right? Iranian citizens, I should say. Iranian citizens. I keep saying Iraq, Iran, same shit. Anyway, same people. But yeah, they can't retaliate in a manner to let's say, get casualties in Iran, because then it will be a fucking all-out war. I'm sorry, family. I struggle for words when I speak because it's dumbass English language, right? I told you that before. So what I'm saying is this, right? I believe they're going to try something. They're going to try to attack Iran, And of course, we know America's going behind it. All these wars, all these proxy war, America is behind it. Even that so-called war with Russia, right? And Ukraine. America is fighting Russia through Ukraine. That's why they're giving them all this money and all this military aid and all that, because America is the one behind Russia. They're trying to detopple Russia so they could set up their bases all around the world. Because see, that's what America does. America want to continue to be the superpower. So what they do, they go into all these countries, like China, for example. You know, they have Taiwan, so they want to try to set up their bases in Taiwan to try to, you know, surround China and surround Russia. All these big countries with nuclear weapons. So if you surround your enemy, it's easy for you to overthrow them. So that's what they're doing. And Putin ain't stupid. Putin used to be with the KGB, I believe it was. And, you know, he's actually a military man. Unlike Donald Trump, the bone spur man and shit. You know what I'm saying? The one that talk about he had bone spur, couldn't serve in the army. You know, because of his money, he was able to get away from that. I don't understand why even these so-called patriots support that fucking idiot. But again, we're living around a bunch of idiots and shit that's ruling this world. The Bible did say that a foolish nation was going to rule over Israel, the so-called black people, not those Israelis over there calling themselves the chosen people, right? So again, family, I don't think it's going to be an election. I think it's going to be a World War III. Again, not at the scope where nuclear weapons is involved. And again, if there is a war, if there's something major that happens in a country, especially here in the United States of America, where all these reptilians are ruling, you cannot remove a sitting president. And I think that's what Biden is banking on. Biden is going to put it in Netanyahu's ears, right? Because at the end of the day, the whole world, the entire world, including Jamaica and shit, is watching to see the next step of these Israelis, right? What they're going to do. What an asshole is going to do next. And based on his move, that's where the war chest is going to be moved. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they're trying everything in their power not to get Trump back in office. I, for one, do not want Trump back in office. I, for one, don't even give a shit who goes back in office, because it ain't going to benefit us black. It never did in the past. It ain't going to do in the future. Until the Most High gather us up, put us back into the wilderness, you know, we just gonna have to go through the shit. And for right now, I'm not even worried. I don't even feel as stressed as I was pre-eclipse. You know what I'm saying? Post-eclipse, I feel more, you know, settled. I don't have the anxiety anymore. I don't have the worries anymore. I'm like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But again, family, I really believe that there's gonna be a World War III, right? And as I told y'all in many videos, this summer is gonna be a hot summer. Not in terms of temperature, but in a metaphorical way, it's going to be a hot summer, all right, going towards the end of this year. And also, family, prepare for civil war. Prepare for civil war, because in the event there is a World War III and Trump doesn't get selected or elected, well, in this case, it's going to be elected, because they already selected him the first time, didn't do a good job. See, Trump is not in the brotherhood. Trump is not a part of the presidency, because a lot of y'all don't even know that all the presidents, including Obama, are related. Google it. All the presidents. I know it sounds conspiracy type shit, but yeah, I'm telling you, all of them are related. Obama is related not on his father's side, but on his mother's side. All of them are related. The Bushes and all of them, they're all related, except for Donald Trump. This is why they don't like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not a politician. He's a businessman. He's a con artist. Right? The man had a damn casino, for God's sakes. So you think he worrying about some fucking people? I don't understand why the Trumpets are so supportive of this man, because like I was telling my neighbor, he's a big, a Caucasian dude. I ain't gonna talk bad about him, because he seems cool, you know what I'm saying? Even though he's a devil, still gotta watch him. He's a big time Trump supporter, him and his family. And I was telling him, I said, you guys supporting somebody that don't support y'all. I said, look at all these people that actually got indicted, got thrown in prison. Did Trump lift up a dollar? Did Trump, bring, let's say, any kind of executive order to try to prevent it before he got out of office? No, he did not. You know why? Because Trump don't give a shit about y'all. Trump only cares about himself and his brand. He don't even care about his kids, I don't really think. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his daughter, because that's his wife and shit. But anyway, that's another video. So what I'm saying to y'all family is that, right? There's going to be a civil war, because if Trump should not go back into office, right, they're going to say, oh, the election is stolen again, and they're going to blame it on these people in New York, these people that's prosecuting Trump. You notice how they got a black face behind all the prosecution, because it's a setup. You know what I'm saying? They want if Trump don't go back in the office, they blame it on Letitia James and the other female. You know what I'm saying? But what it is, for me, family, it's just me looking at the writing on the wall. It's all about war games. It's a war game going on. You know what I'm saying? Everything is scripted. The elites, they're pulling all the strings. They're putting all these puppets in place and shit. Even when Obama was so-called president, he was a big-time puppet because he did not do anything for black people. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he did for black people is the homosexuals that deal with that pride thing. You know what I'm saying? He changed the White House from white to rainbow color, right? Disrespecting the Most High, because the covenant that was given saying that he would not destroy the earth again with flood was a rainbow. And that's what these devils do. And a lot of y'all missed it. A lot of y'all didn't see that this man disrespect the Most High by using the covenant that was given to his people, right? The chosen people, the black people, not those ish people over there. They use it as a mimic, you know, disrespecting the Most High. But anyway, family, listen. I'm not here to tell you that I know it all, but what I do happen to do is do a lot of research, and I just watch. I'm like right now I'm at the park, right, and I'm sitting still and I wait for the Most High to download information to me. Everyone, I believe, have this ability, right? All you have to do is just get away from all the distractions, social media, all the shit that y'all are, you know, involved in on a daily basis, and just sit still. Every so often, you know, when the weather is nice, you go outside, take your shoes off, take your socks off, and ground. Ground meaning that you put your foot in the earth and you just sun gaze. Not literally looking at the sun, but just stay in the sun. Because black people, we need the sun. We need the vitamin D, the natural vitamin D from the sun. We're ether people. We're not even humans. I know we use the word a lot, but we're ether beings. You know what I'm saying? We need the sun. They don't need the sun. They're hybrids. They didn't come from the Most High. They came from us. You know, the Neanderthal, that were actually the troglodyte mixed with the humanoids, and then they created this new species called the Neanderthals, and the Neanderthal evolved from thousands of years, what you see today as a so-called white man, a Caucasian. That's where they come from. They're not like us. That's why they cannot stand the sun. They're actually albinoid people, all right? Non-melanated beings, low vibration beings. This is why they like war. And they feed off our energy. They feed off our emotions. This is why they have churches and sports arena and boxing and all that, because every time we get excited, every time we solicit some kind of emotion, they harvest that shit. This is why you see them always on the fucking news showing war, destruction, because it solicits some kind of emotion from us and they harvest it, right? Harvesting our energy. That's what they do. And I remember one time I had a subscriber, well, he might have been a subscriber. He used to tell me, stop being so negative on your video because you're putting out negativity into the atmosphere. And I got mad at him because, I thought I knew it all. And later on, when I learned what he was saying was right, I stopped. I still talk about negative shit that's going on, but not so much. I still, talk about what's happening, but not as much as I used to. Notice I don't make videos back to back no more because he was right. If I'm always focusing on negative stuff, I'm only bringing negativity into my space. And this is why I haven't watched the news within a couple of months, except for when I heard about what happened with the strike, Iran striking Israel. Of course, I tuned in just to hear what the fuck they were saying. Of course, it was all lies, so I tuned out. So if you really want to get good news, watch BBC, watch Al Jazeera, watch these other outlets, these outside news, these news that, because remember, America reports on them and they report on America. So when America's reporting on other countries, they report them in a negative light. These countries are seeing America for what they really are. So I watch Al Jazeera most of the time if I decide to tune into the so-called news, right? But news is always negative anyway. So again, family, I know y'all tired of hearing me say this shit, but y'all need to get your shit in order. Start stacking up, get your money out the bank, get some clothing, some warm clothing coming up, summer's coming up, even get some, cold clothing, because I'm telling you, this summer is going to be like none other. I'm hoping I'm wrong about it, but I don't see me being wrong. As I told y'all, when the eclipse would pass on April 8th, that's my daughter's birthday, things would not be the same. And just notice, the eclipse was on the 8th, it was on that Monday, and on that weekend and shit, guess what? There was an attack on Israel. Go figure. Why did they wait till after I don't know. Family, the writing is on the wall. There's going to be a civil war. Prepare yourself for it. All these devils that surround y'all, be aware of them, because they're not like us. Deep down, these hybrids hate us. They hate us. Even though they might smile with you, they might be your coworker, they might be even your lunch buddy, right? Your water cooler buddy and shit. You don't want to be around these devils and think that they're your friend. They're a mortal enemy. Even my mother, she's mixed with Caucasian, right? And if you see her, you think she's white until she start to talk, that Jamaican shit. And this lady's spirit bears witness. She do not like black people. I don't even think she like us. I kid you not. I think she tolerate us and shit because she have no choice because she's our mother, right? And I think she love us and shit. But I think deep down, because when me and her be arguing and shit, when me and her going at it, I'm like, why you always talking so negative about black people? I said, don't you know they use the media to put propaganda out there to show black people in a negative light? I say you have white people that have their pants sagging and do rap music. How come they don't show that? How come every time they interview somebody from the hood, there's always somebody that's with missing teeth or probably strung out on drugs or alcoholic? Why they never go to somebody like have some kind of class? Because it's all propaganda. They want us to believe that these people, when we say we're the chosen people, well, how could they be the chosen people? Look what they do. You know what I'm saying? Look at Israel. Israel got the biggest fucking gay parade in Tel Aviv. The biggest gay parade. Now, how the fuck they could be the chosen people when they're supporting homosexuality? Think about this shit. Right? They have I'm telling you, just Google, just go on YouTube and type in Tel Aviv gay parade, gay pride parade. Man, you gonna be shot. These supposed to be the chosen people. Yeah, they the chosen people of God, but which God? The God they serve, family, is the Baphomet, Lucifer. That's who the fuck is their God, the synagogue of Satan. Right? So I'm gonna hang up now. I'm gonna close out, but I'm gonna say to y'all, family, it's about to get hot this summer, and I don't mean temperature wise. And also be prepared for civil war. I'll be at the range on every chance I get on a weekly basis, at least twice a week. I'm there. Why? Because I know while many black people are teaching their kids how to dance, right? These devils are out there teaching their kids how to shoot, how to defend themselves, because these hybrid by nature family, they are in fear of us. When I tell you, when I be walking by these people, they always smile, they always engaging with me and shit. And my wife be like, how is it that, you feel you have the stance when it comes to these devils? Not all of them, because some of them are actually decent. There's some decent hybrids out there. Decent. Still a devil, though, because a fed lion is still a fucking lion. When he get hungry, he will attack your ass. So I look at them the same way as a lion, right? So when I'm walking around, family, they always engaging. I don't know if it's the spirit. My mother said maybe because my wife said maybe because I think my father was from Dutch, right? He's like a Dutch from some kind of royalty type shit. And she said maybe they could sense that Esau spirit in you. I said nah, and Esau wasn't even white. Esau was actually black. He mixed his seed with kitten or Rome and shit, and then you got, the spirit of Esau in these devils. But Esau was not white. So I said, stop calling me Edomite. She be calling me Edomite and shit. I ain't no fucking Edomite. And I'm not a half Edomite or quarter Edomite, because the Edomites were originally black people, right? Edom, of course, when Edom was established, you had an all mixture, all different nations, because, Esau's seed, grandson and all that, they married into other nations. But that's for another video. But family, I got to go with that. I say shalom.